Good evening! I, for one, am very excited. Why am I excited? Because today is Halloween, October 31st, 2015. And the reason why I'm excited is that today marks exactly 1 year since I started playing the alpha. That's right. The Long Dark was my Halloween treat to myself on October 31st, 2014. And now here we are, 2015, 1 year of the alpha later, and about 10 months after I started making these little Let's Play videos. So, needless to say, I'm, kind of excited. It's like, yay, 1 year of the game. And hopefully that means the game is going to come out of alpha soon, but as long as it keeps staying this awesome, I honestly am not going to complain. So what are we going to do this evening? Well, I was debating if I want to start a new game in stalker mode, but I don't feel like dying horribly over and over and over again. So, instead, we're just going to keep playing our most recent playthrough, because deliberately or no, there is an area of the map that I have never gone to before, and we have an opportunity to go there tonight. So, 1 year of the alpha, 10 months of Let's Play videos. Let's have some fun. Now, apparently Hinterland put a little Halloween spoof in the game, so we'll see what it looks like once it loads. Standard disclaimer. I think it's supposed to be a jack-o'-lantern. Okay, that is kind of cute. Now, if you could only see a real wolf walk behind the jack-o'-lantern, then that would be terrifying. Man, I just love the sounds in this game. This is an excellent, excellent game to play on Halloween. Because even though there's not any, supernatural horrors, nature itself provides plenty scary things in abundance. What an absolutely gorgeous game. And let's make sure... Okay, so far, my streaming program is working correctly. So let's load up in the dam and see where we're at. Oh yeah, that's right. So, before we can go anywhere, we need to go get all of our stuff. 6 hours of daylight, because I was really hoping to find... Well, that's a lot of stuff. I was really, really hoping to find a gun, because I've got the most bullets I've ever had in this game, but I cannot find a gun to save my life. Which is rather frustrating, to say the least. I have plenty of tools, just not the tools I need or the tools I want. So, let us try to go back to our original... We'll make this our new base camp, which means we have to go back to our original base camp, the camp office. We'll clear it out of food and bring that all here. And then once everything is here, rest up, make sure we're ready for the journey. And then push through the mystery door and enter the Pleasant Valley. Now, first thing we gotta do is find one of these convenient storage lockers, because I'm horribly overweight. Storage lockers. Storage lockers? Where did all the lockers go? Nope. Aha. Because I'm horribly overweight, so let's fix that. Don't need that. Don't need those. Actually, is that coat better than my current coat? Hey, it is better than my current coat. Also made of thicker fabric, which I never know what's implemented and what's not implemented. Hehe, I'll put my pants in the locker. I never know what has been implemented and what has yet to be implemented in this game. Because I know one thing that's supposed to be implemented is... Yeah, I definitely don't need 2 hatchets. Or 2 can openers, for that matter. One thing that's supposed to be implemented is if you have thicker, heavier clothing, then you're supposed to be able to survive wolf attacks better. Just put on the pants before I forget. Let's fix up our toque. It doesn't quite need repair yet. So let's hope there's no wolves outside. We'll quickly run back to the camp office. Then come back over here with all of our stuff. We finally have enough materials to make the rabbit skin mitts as well. Oh, that's so gorgeous. And of course there's a wolf over there. There's wolves everywhere. I'm a bit thirsty, so let's fix that first. And I'm apparently hungry, so let's cooked flesh from a wolf. Now, I don't know if I can get down here safely. So I don't want to kill myself on Halloween. That would not be a very auspicious start to this stream. Because I need to get to that side. And there's wolves in the way. It's like one of the many things I like about this game. Is that you can't just run around like you're a superhuman. Like, I'm pretty sure if I go over that ice, I'll probably fall through. Which is cool. It's like... The Long Dark is such a really cool, different, and interesting game. But anyways, since it's been exactly 1 year since I started playing this game, let's go through some comparisons. What I'm doing right here, harvesting wild plants, did not exist when I started playing. Harvesting, really the only thing you could harvest was wood. And then eventually guts and hide. And originally everything was leather. Huh. Lots of maple saplings. I'll harvest it anyways, because why not? Not gonna need it anytime soon. Hopefully, knock on wood. So, all this harvesting, I don't know where you are. That's not working. Flee! Glad I had a flare. Unfortunately, this is like my only one. So I don't feel like getting eaten by wolves for today. He's not gonna be aggravated for long, so he's gonna turn around and attack me again. But anyways, so as I was saying, originally you could harvest gut and leather, deer, but all you'd get from that is just generic leather, and use generic leather to fix everything. There was no real crafting element. Hi, wolf. Let's see if I can get this to work again. It's nice that the flare actually works. Ooh, crow feathers. I probably shouldn't stop to harvest these, because I'm... Hey! Oh, please have a gun. Can't have everything. I wish I knew how long this flare was going to last. Because I'm going to have to go right by another wolf-infested area. So since I've already used this flare, it'd be nice not to have to use another one. Like, I've got a torch, but again, I'd rather not use my torch. Nope, there's a wolf there. So another thing is you can hear the weather starting to change. Like, I can hear the wind coming up. And that's really cool because, again, in the earlier game, in the original alpha, weather transitions were very abrupt, almost jarring. Like, you'd have a beautiful sunny day, then instantly blizzard, then instantly sun, then instantly snow, like ice fog. And now we've got these beautiful, smooth transitions. Like, I can tell the weather's gonna get bad soon. Although that might just be my flare. So yeah, you've got all these crafting elements now. You can make bows, you can make snares. All these other sorts of interesting things have been added over time from the original alpha. The original alpha that I played didn't even have multiple maps. You played Mystery Lake, which is where we are right now, and you could only play Mystery Lake. There's no other option. You played Mystery Lake, or, well, you don't get to play The Long Dark. And although they've never compromised on the aesthetics of this game are absolutely gorgeous. Like these pastel trees. Again, in the original alpha from last year, it was much more simplistic. Like, it's still a very almost cartoony art style, but there's much more depth and variance and detail within the style. So the whole reason I'm wasting all this energy going through the woods like this is I thought for sure my flare would have gone out by now. But yeah, we've still got a flare, which wasn't what I was expecting. So now I'm up here in the woods, and I've got to get down there without breaking my leg. Well, you can hear the winds picking up and the snow's coming in, which means it's going to turn into a blizzard quite soon, if I'm reading the weather correctly. Ooh. And it must be getting close to dark because you can hear the music changing too. I'm gonna risk it. Oh, thank goodness. Now, if there's no wolves here, I think I left my snare up? Or maybe I didn't. Let's just get to the cabin. I want to be safe. There should be more flares in the cabin. Yep, there's another wolf there. Okay, I'm not gonna be... maybe I can outrun him. Haven't aggravated him yet. Is this something I can harvest? Nope. Ho ho ho! That was close. So, something I learned, if one flare is exactly enough to get from the camp office to the Carter Hydroelectric Dam. Now this is why we came back here, all these rabbit pelts. Because we need all those. I think I finally have enough. Because I need 4 to make my mitts. And there should be another pelt in... oh yeah, I've got to take all this stuff with me. I'm going to be so overweight. There should be another rabbit pelt that I left in the hydroelectric dam. There's a lot of stuff I have to carry there. There's a lot of stuff I need to carry there. Now I'm actually kind of torn. Do I want to leave some equipment? Hey Steve. Do I want to leave some equipment here, such as this water, on the off chance that I eventually one day come back to Mystery Lake? Or do I just take everything and move it to the electric dam? I think I should just take everything and move it to the electric dam. The trick is going to be doing it, like, all this material I've collected, I can't take all of this and still keep moving. It's the problem. Well, pick them up, so I'm stuck with them now. What the heck? I thought I just saw something fall through the floor. Weird. So there's 4 hours of daylight left. I think the best thing I can do, let's get some of my man-made food. We'll have a feast. Feast for the ages. And by feast for the ages, I mean some condensed milk and pop. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. I want to leave that bedroll there because I don't really need to take it. I don't need that. Cattail heads are useful. Firewood's always useful. Ugh. I really honestly don't need any of that stuff. And this is all fire making supplies. So actually, let's leave, where's my cattail heads? Let's leave enough stuff here that I can actually start a fire on the off chance that I ever wind up here again. And let's also leave a little bit of food behind. So a granola bar. Oops, granola bar and some orange soda. And some grape soda. Not much, but enough that if I have to, I can survive on it. Now, do I actually have my water purification tablets? So I just realized the water I picked up is actually filthy dirty. There, good clean water. Now let's take a look at my equipment while it's still daylight. Can opener's good, pry bar's good, snares are good. I've got way too many sewing kits. Refuel this before I forget, because I've got way too much fuel. Repair by 32%. So yeah, I can let that degrade a little bit more. So I think the easiest thing to do is just get some sleep. Because when we go back to the electric dam tomorrow, we're going to be overloaded, we're going to be encumbered. So moving is going to be very difficult. So that means that I might have to fight a lot of wolves along the way, which is less than ideal. So this is just me gambling that being a few percent low. Let's drink some grape soda. I'll save the Canada Dry for later. Like the Summit soda, I like to think of it as Canada Dry because I enjoy ginger ale. Now I can hear the weather's turned for the worse. So hopefully that doesn't mean I'll be stuck here. Because that will make for a very interesting Halloween game day, being stuck in a cabin. No, just for consistency, I don't need quite this many sewing kits, and that fire log should be in my drawer of other emergency supplies over here. Okay. Well, it sounds bad, so let's see if it actually is bad. Because if it is, then we're just going to turn around and be stuck here for a few days. Uh, this is less than ideal. And it's really, really cold. Hasn't gone full blizzard yet, but it looks like it might. Now we're equipped to survive a full blizzard, but the problem is the visibility is so poor that you're out there fumbling around. One box of simple tools is enough, and I've got plenty of matches. You're out there fumbling around and you don't know where you're going, and that's when you get eaten by wolves, because they're horrible, horrible creatures in the long dark. Flares, fishhooks, easy to find reclaimed wood, already have some simple tools, and I think I actually even have scrap metal. Yep, I already have 3 scrap metal, so I'm actually going to put scrap metal back. Unfortunately, used to be able to craft, yeah, you can actually make, yeah, I forgot about that. Used to be able to make arrowheads at the bench, but you're not able to anymore. So it's a new mechanic they're implementing, which is actually pretty cool what they're doing. Let's eat this with a candle there, because we're civilized folk. So what they're doing is, you now need, if it's a metal tool, you need to forge the tool in order to make it. Which is really nifty if you think about it. It's like, oh cool, we're forging metal. Cured wolf pelts. Oh yeah, we're going to be overweight. Oh, look how slow I'm moving. That gut's not quite cured yet. So actually, all that gut that's not cured can stay here, because there's no sense curing it. Cured deer hide, 3 cured rabbit pelts. We'll just, oops, sorry. We'll just leave this on the counter for the next person who needs it, can just come and grab it. They can grab it from the day planner. Today's plan. Step 1, celebrate Halloween. Step 2, figure out what to do with this gut. Yeah, and I don't need those matches or lantern fuel, those can stay here. So I've got some flares. So we should be okay if we see any wolves. Now, outward and onward and upward. Just have to get to the electric dam. Ugh. Well, this is risky, but it is Halloween. What's Halloween without... Oh, for crying out loud. That's a very nasty trick, Hinterland. I'm trying to play a Halloween game, and you put a big scary boogeyman right in front of my path. So I guess we are going to be stuck inside for a little while. So let's... Now, you may be wondering why I don't just say, ah, heck with it, light a flare, and run for it. Well, the simple reason is I don't have that many flares. And as long as I'm encumbered, I can't run anyways. So even if that was a viable strategy, which it really, really isn't. The weather keeps getting worse. Even if that was a viable strategy, which it really isn't. Because I'm basically loaded up like a pack mule right now. The wolf, if it ran where I want to go, when it became calm again and aggravated. Oh, let's just stay here all day, shall we? Well, since we're going to be stuck here for the day, kind of upset that I wasted all that milk now. Let's drop our 2 green maple saplings so they can start curing. And we're just going to be stuck here for the day. So that wolf, unfortunately, is patrolling right outside the door. And the upside of this is I'll eat and drink so much food that I'll be much later. By morning, I will no longer be encumbered. Kind of ashamed to have wasted all that food. It's like if I'd known I'd be stuck inside, I would have saved my carnation milk for another day. I've been alive for 21 days. Wonder if that's how long I've actually played this game. Because the downside, of course, I don't have a lot of time for gaming, so when I do get to game, it's few and far between. So it may be a year since I've been playing this alpha. But I definitely have not played a year's worth of game. Well, so far, Open Broadcast even seems to be cooperating, which is nice. So let's see. Is the weather any better? Sure as heck doesn't sound that way. I'm tempted to risk it just because there might not be any wolves out here right now, but let's see. Oh shoot, I forgot my branches inside anyways. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. A horrible death is not something I want. Gotta remember to pick up those branches though. Maybe in 2 hours it'll be over? I might wind up having to use my emergency supplies just to keep myself alive. Still sounds pretty bad. Ah, that's better. Hey, we're no longer encumbered. Which is bad, because it means we're running out of water and food. Bright side, we're still at 95% health. Okay, I don't see any wolves. Nothing to the left. Wait. Oh, there's a deer there. Thank goodness. There's a deer there, that means there shouldn't be a wolf. I go over the hill, get ambushed by wolf. Well, darn. So I guess this is my Halloween treat. Get stuck inside for a day or two. Now I get to go back out and explore. That's the thing I like best about this game. Every update they've added new areas and new ways to explore. Which just makes, like, the fun of this game. Oh, there's lots of deer out here. Wish I had a gun. Like, the fun of this game comes from not knowing what's around the next corner, what's over at the train tracks, what you're going to find in front of you. Are you going to find a gun? Are you going to find a hatchet? Do you even have a knife? Will you have enough water to drink today? Are you able to find medicine? I'm personally am looking forward to the full release of the game. Slam and energy bars so that our condition stabilizes. Now, I personally I'm really looking forward to the final release of the game, because in the final release of the game they add a human element. Like, you will be interacting with NPCs. So then the question becomes not only how do I survive, it's how does my survival impact these other people? Which is going to be an interesting question. Would you sacrifice yourself to save another? Will the game reward you for that? Will the game punish you for that? Will the game reward or punish you in the story mode if you decide to just only look after yourself? Ignore everything around you, just take care of yourself. Like, depending on how they do it, the single player mode of this game might ask much more interesting and much deeper questions just by how you interact with the setting than most AAA releases do these days. Like, it's amazing. Oops, got hung up on the slope there. Like, it's amazing what you can do in a game when you're not constrained by trying to make the next best first-person shooter. And you're just trying to make something cool and interesting. Like, on the subject of how things have changed since the original alpha. Like, you can hear my pot, well, I don't have any pots, I guess. But you can hear my axe rattling, you can hear my canteen sloshing. Beautiful view. You can hear my pant legs rubbing up against one another. None of that was in the original alpha from last year. It is all added in the last couple months. Like this additional feedback that you get for just being like, it's your environment telling you what's going on, which again is just really cool. It's something I really enjoy interacting with this game. And every time I play it, I always just am amazed by, well, when they update it, I'm always just amazed by how much things can change between updates. Like, it's the little things. Like, for my player that I've kept alive the longest, she is... I like playing female characters in this game just because Jennifer Hale's an awesome voice actor. Or voice actress, I guess. That character has everything. Like, absolutely everything. And has been alive for over 200 days, and part of the reason why I was able to do that is in earlier alphas... Oh good. That would have been bad if I'd looked over and seen Wolf. In earlier alphas, there was no wood harvesting mechanic. If you needed wood, you just go outside, click the button, and the button would say, get wood, and you would just magically get wood. Now, sadly, you can't get wood for sheep, but... food is not quite that easy to find. So, in the earlier alphas, it was really easy to find firewood because you would just... Is that a wolf eating, or is that just... I think that's just the environment. Yeah, I don't hear anything growling at me. Anyways, because if you need a firewood, you would just go outside, get wood, instantly gather firewood, and you would be at minimal to no risk for your character, because you can do it right outside the door. So you can just put 1 meter outside your shelter. The game would recognize you as being outdoors. Harvest all the food, harvest all the wood you want until you're completely exhausted, freezing cold, in a 10% condition. Turn around and be like at 60 kilos of wood and just drag yourself inside, drop all your wood, sleep, full health, light a fire, you're good. That's not something you can do anymore. And that little change has completely changed the dynamics of the game, for the better in my opinion. Because now if I want firewood, I actually have to go outside and find firewood. I can't just go outside and click a magic button, hey, give me firewood. And it's just neat, all these little things like that. Now unfortunately, the big thing that's kept me coming back again and again and again to the Long Dark and makes it my favorite game at the moment is the fact that every update adds something new to see, something new to explore, something new to experience. And that's the single number one thing I like best about this game is the emergent narrative and exploring the setting. Like, nobody has ever done this before. Like, Hinterland Studios is the first people who ever go, hey, let's pick an electromagnetic disaster. All technology is destroyed. You were flying in a plane at the time, and you're Canadian, so we're going to drop you in northern BC along the coast. Good luck! No one's ever done that before. It's like, everything's always like super American-centric. Or it's a zombie apocalypse, or... Like, the choice of naming the game The Long Dark is very deliberate. It's not... There's no zombies, there's no alien invasions, it's not World War III, it's just... Technology has stopped functioning. The lights have gone out. You're in the Long Dark. It's the new Dark Age. And everything you interact with is a consequence of man's supremacy. Like, our technological supremacy is what allows me to make this video, broadcast it on YouTube, and play this awesome game for my Halloween treat. And it takes it all away and say, okay, what happens now? And exploring that is just so amazing. Like, there's just so many neat, cool things that you can do in this simple little setting. Well, it's not simpler little, at least not anymore. The game has certainly grown over the past months. And I personally just am consistently amazed by what they're able to do. Now, unfortunately, we're not quite ready to make the rabbit skin mitts. Because although most of this is cured, I still need my cured rabbit pelt, which isn't quite ready yet. So we're going to drop off some more weight inside this locker. Don't need two, don't need the jerry can. Don't need so many bullets. Don't need the wood, don't need the scrap metal. Don't need sticks. There we go, nice and light. So unfortunately, we still got to stay here until these are cured, because I have other things I need to craft before I can go to Pleasant Valley. And the time it would take for those to cure would be longer than I have time to play today. Because it might be Halloween, but I still have things to do, unfortunately. So, just to finish up the night here, because I've never explored this area before, even though it was introduced in alpha sometime previously, is we're going to go through the mystery door, which hopefully is two-way, otherwise I'm in serious trouble. And we're going to go to Pleasant Valley. And again, I've never gone through this door before. I have no idea what's out here. Oh, are we going inside the dam? Ooh, this is a really good... Ah! Well, that's a good Halloween trick for sure. Broken arrow. Arrowhead and some feathers might be salvageable. So now I was saying emergent narrative. This is definitely an emergent narrative. You can see this intrepid explorer came through the Hydro Dam, and although that's really creepy actually, that little bit of fabric there. And although I was able to survive Fluffy, he clearly wasn't. Oh wow, this is so cool. Wood matches, sewing kits, don't need. And you can just imagine like the people working here, and this would be a perfectly mundane, boring, normal setting. And now here's someone else who came through here desperately trying to survive, and there's like forced open lockers, which I'm doing right now.
This stuff will come in handy.
I have so many bullets. Ooh, haha, that's a lot of food. No, yet to find a gun though. You have all this stuff here that you would never think twice about on your normal day-to-day, and now suddenly it's like, well, I gotta survive, and you're just tearing it up, trying to get some use out of it. And you're sitting here with like your old... Ooh, what's down here? And you're sitting here with your like primitive... Oh, we're underneath the generators! Like, we're going really old school. We've got a kerosene lantern, and we're stumbling around in the dark trying to literally turn the lights back on. Like, it's such a cool concept and such a fascinating game, and I absolutely love it. Some pop. And again, this is like a totally mundane setting, and just by adding a corpse here, a wolf there, it makes it into this completely alien, terrifying world just by shutting the lights off. Like, just the act of shutting the lights off, making it the long dark, gives this game such a fascinating dynamic. Like, all these crates I can break open for fuel if I need to. There's a jerry can to keep my lantern lit. Like, it's just such fascinating. Like, you can tell there's been people here, and we're interacting with what they left behind. Like, look at those, like, it's such an amazing, beautiful, beautiful game. Like, perhaps that poor soul was an employee here. He came to his place of work to try to survive. Ultimately unsuccessfully, but like, there's a story there. How did the guy in the guy in the dam who got attacked by Fluffy and tried to defend himself with a bow and arrow. How did he get there? What was his story? What's going to be your story? Like, we're still alive. What's our story? Where does it end? Does it end? Like, it's just so many interesting things that this game poses. Ooh, salty crackers. Okay. Bandages are good. Like, all this stuff here, by the way, is completely 100% brand new. Like, this was not here a year ago. Like, none of this was here a year ago. That's a lot of food. They're all locked.
Best be prepared for anything.
Pity I couldn't find that MRE on a shelf. Well, let's take a look at the winding river. And then I'm going to have to call it a day. Or a night, as it were. Because I've got some haunting I need to do. Listen to the water slosh. Like, the thought that went into this, and the changes, like even the smallest changes over the past year have just added so much depth and wonder to this game. It's absolutely amazing. But let's see what the winding river looks like. Hopefully it doesn't have wolves. Oh cool, it's the backside of the electric dam. Oh shoot, did I just get stuck in a patching? I just got stuck with a pathing glitch. I don't think I was supposed to be able to go there. Like, that's absolutely gorgeous. And again, this used to be completely mundane and banal and boring. But take the people away, take technology away, and now you've got this completely alien, fascinating setting that you can just ask infinite what-if questions about. Like, this is just so incredibly cool. Like, this is just... I'm flabbergasted. It's just so amazingly cool. This is an awesome Halloween treat for myself. But unfortunately... Oh man, that would be so hard to find. We'll go around this corner, and then this is going to be where I have to end the playthrough for tonight. On this All Hallows Eve. 1 year... Oh, you can go down, or at least there's rabbits down there. There's the hydro lines. Oh, it's so cool. But here we go. All Hallows Eve. 2015. 1 year of the alpha. Well, 1 year that I played it, the alpha. The alpha came out before that. But I've been Charlie. Thank you very much for watching me play. And everyone, if you're watching, have a happy Halloween. On behalf of myself, Hinterland Studios, and The Long Dark, have a happy Halloween.